Hey guys, this is me, Rahul here, bringing you guys what was supposed to be the finale. Um, you know, I decided to go for one more season, even though NHL 23 is around. And if I'm ever gonna get the game and focus on my NHL 23, like NHL side, which brought me to prominence of how many franchises I did. You guys have to understand that I might have to end Madden. NHL has a lot more. NHL 23 and for the franchise mode has a ton of new options. And another key thing is it has a new mode called Custom Leagues where you can actually make franchises, edit NHL for the NHL playoff format, the NHL's regular season schedule, the AHL actually for that instance, and you can make custom teams, and you can do that and import them into the NHL game, NHL custom league that you have. I saw the trailers, I saw everything when it came out, and it blew my mind. And Trey Lance is playing, so that's interesting. I understand that the new season is actually coming around, so it's already underway. I do want to let you guys know that if I don't upload, please don't get mad at me. And also, if I'm gonna revive another franchise, it's gonna be the Chicago Bears. I understand, you're like, what? I thought you were done with the Chicago Bears. Listen to me. I will end a franchise when I say it ends a franchise. So, for the Arizona Cardinals, this franchise, this rookie franchise, I might end it like that. But Chicago Bears, that franchise literally made me feel like franchise mode is it's not how it used to be. Other franchises I can mix with and be like, okay, it can work. However, I don't know if I have the files to the old franchises. That's the thing. If I can record, that could be great. This is the series where, James Cook. I have 3 X Factors. George Pickens as well. Pickens, not Pikins. Desmond Ritter. I also have Rob Gronkowski for some reason. That's the other thing is, you're gonna realize that we went battle for battle with, some of the top franchises, and this is one of them. Well, San Francisco, it's not a top franchise. It's just the way we played against them was kind of interesting. And another crazy thing is that I started a Legends franchise. I don't even know if I want to continue that because I made so much franchise content that I just want to stick with the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. I want to finish them out completely. I want to get NHL 23 so bad, and the fact of the matter is that will be an amazing series. Those franchises are the key aspects, basically, and once I get done with this episode, I'm gonna work on the Chicago one for the finale, proper finale, okay? And then we'll go from there. Although I will say that So this is the 4th season, or at least 3rd. I can't remember exactly, because I haven't uploaded in a very long time. As I write this moment, yes, so this would be considered season 4. The last time I uploaded was September 3rd, okay? This video will potentially go up on October 29th, and the thing is, so if I ever do that, let's say, you know how long that would have been? So, September 3rd, right? That was the start. So, it would have been, if you count September 3rd, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. Or 8 weeks. So I lost like an entire month of uploads, like good, fresh, quality content. So like, yeah, it is what. Excuse me. It is what it is, and as you see, we lost the ability to recover an onside kick. That's the issue with this series, is that with most franchises in Madden, they can't figure out how to improve. They think they can, but they really can't. For example, I don't understand why most of the franchises in Madden can't expand more. So for example, do what NHL does, or what NBA 2K what NBA 2K is doing. Basically what I'm saying is yeah. Why can't yeah. And also Derek Stingley Jr. We picked off Trey Lance. We win the game. We win the game. So, but the game is not over yet. And we jet sweep it to give Garrett Wilson. Yeah, Garrett Wilson. And by the way, I have to say this. This is not a first down. So, as you would know, I like to do my punts. And yeah, I was doing a fake one, which was really insane, and yeah. 5 seconds left. That's not the outcome I wanted. And what they're doing now is where they're gonna try and get to the end zone real quick, but they don't. 28-21, we won the game, and that's that. Alright, week 15. Yes, this is really odd, but it is what it is. Because we went 9-4, and as you see in previous years, I don't want to go into a mess again. Kenny Pickett, Skylar Thompson, George Pickens versus Chris Godwin, James Cook versus Aaron Jones, the battle of the battles. And Tampa Bay got a new stadium, which is so crazy to me. Like, why would you do this? Yeah, I mean, come on. To save you time, guys, I am not going to be uploading the new franchise because I thought it's kind of interesting, but at the same time, it does not make any sense to me whatsoever. I had like a lot of weird things happen in that franchise that I am not even bothered saying at all. So, yeah, I just hate it. So, what we're doing is that we're running a dual quarterback system. I got Desmond Ridder for some odd reason. Desmond Ridder is the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons that played for the Cincinnati Bearcats that are the top dogs of the American Athletic Conference. And I might make a video about the conference realignment, and I mean, I might make a video on that. Like, because that whole thing just bugged me, because the American Athletic Conference literally got the Big East, like, yeah, I won't get into that now, but 7-3, like, you're gonna get, like, yeah, so, the Legends franchise, that's over with, that's done. You're never gonna see it in broad daylight because of the fact that I deleted it. And I will state that if you want me to do a career mode, I thought about doing a face of the franchise on a running back, but I tried it and it didn't work at all. I wish I did I had the Nebraska footage, but like it was corrupted and it didn't work out that well. So yeah, and the other thing is, yeah, give it to George Pikens. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. 0 for 3. Desmond Ridder. Like, that's the thing. This is terrible. Like, 10-10. Like, are you kidding? By the way, you're gonna, like, this game is gonna get very interesting. So, on to the game. Kenny Pickett, so we have Kenny Pickett and Desmond Ridder. A lot of people say this is the worst quarterback class, and I don't know if I would agree with that, because most of the quarterbacks in this class, in the recent class, is terrible. I actually would agree with that. Why? Because every single projected quarterback wasn't even a starter until Kenny Pickett, Bailey Zappi. Both of them managed to start, and for Bailey Zappi, managed to win his respective games. For Kenny Pickett, he managed to lose his games, and he has tiny hands and has gloves, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. And I also wish Madden will also understand that it doesn't make sense to me at all for this kind of game. Like, for example, like this. Fakes. What kind of fake is that? You know, they don't run these kinds of fakes in the NFL. And also, it's like programmed. So if you run a punt, you can switch it to a fake. And so on and so forth. It's like they program their head. It's not like AI where and also if you switch offenses, then it doesn't work out really well. And also, look at this. I swear that I switched it to a block. They ran a fake on me, and it didn't work out on their end. And they're up by 20. They're up by 3. Not. Oh, good. I almost screwed it up. Oh, good. The Colts are beating the Seahawks. I don't know in what world is that. That kind of thing. Like, I don't even know how that works. Like, this is the thing. It sucks. It really, honestly sucks. James Cook. Touchdown. He's not Dalvin Cook. He's James Cook. Also, we have Kenneth Walker, by the way. So that way we run like a dual halfback system. If I absolutely need to. And, oh my god. This is the thing. Like, I never realized, like, is it possible to, like, if you go into a game, you have to think, like, is it possible to throw 0 interceptions? Every single time I've ever played Madden, any game of Madden, I've always thrown picks, including Randall Cunningham career mode. That career mode, by the way, might stick around, might come back for one final season, although the experiment failed. And Mike Evans scored a touchdown, so I could do like an All Legends franchise or something, but like I would not care in the world to do that right now because of the fact that I'm here. So this is the thing, right? Down by 3, you know, this is one of the most pinnacle points for Desmond Ridder, Kenny Pickett. The odd thing is that Kenny Pickett like the amount of touchdowns and interceptions like kind of balanced out, so none of them are actually leading in touchdowns and kind of leading in touchdowns and receptions. And James Cook like going for tons of fun. So we keep on running the same exact play over and over and over again because the defense is like backing up. We just keep on running the same exact play with a peak zone bubble in it, with like a bubble screen. Sorry. So then I actually give it to James Cook here because it's like a 5Y jet sweep. What the hell? It works out. So in this situation, I actually decide to chew the clock, which I understand it makes no sense. But like, the thing is, it will eventually work out. Indianapolis is beating Seattle. Like, what's wrong with me? Technically, we had to, like, chew some clock. And I immediately called a timeout here because this is the weird part, right? they immediately called a timeout. By the way, Tom Brady is not on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers anymore. So, I did my accuracy and everything. And I almost missed it. I almost missed it, but thankfully, it was bare minimum. So, 27-27. Now, the trick was, okay, the trick here, and was when I played this game, was so that way, I would chew up the clock as much as I possibly can, in order, oh my god, in order to, like, win the game. And Kenny Pickett fumbled, and I almost, like, I almost lost the game because of it. I almost lost, and somebody got injured, and we immediately lost the timeout because of it. And the Seahawks and Indianapolis Colts tied, which I guess means they tied, but when I looked in the standings, it didn't register as like a win. Normally, back in like the old Maddens, what they would do is like they would like put like a I don't know how to describe it, but like they would put a red, like light, like red coloring to whichever team won. Now you may be thinking, how is this relevant? Well, in this case, the Colts and the Seahawks drew, right? Well, when I checked the standings at the end of the season, okay, it didn't show that for some odd reason. And whenever, like, quarterbacks slide, they go like, what the heck? Like, the defenders are like, what the heck? What's wrong with you? Like, I wish they would add, like, other penalties and other animations to make it make sense. And also add the ability for more penalties to be stacked on top of each other for offense and defense, if that was possible. Also, odds for some like conduct penalties, fouls being able to be offset, and yeah. I understand that's a lot to take in, however, it is what it is. Here, this is where the strategy takes place. So, I actually have to kick a 29-yard field goal. Okay, simple. Here is the thing, okay? They went down the field, and with 4 seconds left on the clock, they didn't call a timeout, and they lost. In overtime at their home field. And here we are. We are the number 1 seed. Okay. Now the thing is about this game, okay. The 49ers are also are tied with us. And since in this game they don't actually like, after the first season, I have played so many franchise mode games. They rarely ever play. They put the last game. They always have divisional games at the end of the season, so that way it doesn't mess up anything. So here's what's happening: the Giants, the Arizona Cardinals, and San Francisco 49ers are all tied up for some reason. We and the San Francisco 49ers are tied up. However, last season and the season prior, the first season, we were the 6th seed. This season, the second season, we were the 2nd seed, but we lost due to like some kind of some bad timing in like Madden, where I had to exit, but it registered, and that's why you didn't see like Super Bowl celebration and everything. That's where I lost my first ever Super Bowl on recording, at least. The next thing was this season, nothing like crazy happened, although there were like tons of winning teams that actually made it. No losing, by the way. And that was actually a relief, because lots of times you can have a losing team that makes it to the playoffs. It's rare, okay? It's rare. In the NBA, it's common. It's actually common for a losing team to make it in the playoffs. Now, do they have like a quick exit? Yeah, of course. However, it's common in the NBA because most of the teams suck sometimes to the point where they're losing teams in the playoffs. In the NHL landscape, I had one time, I don't remember ever putting this on recording, but it came so close. And if you checked on one of my live streams, I think, it came so close to the point where some of the franchises, like the AHL or the or AHL or NHL franchises, were actually having losing squads, and in the NHL playoff, they have losing squads. That's insane. To be honest, it's insane, and NBA has it, NHL has it. I've had it in my video games, but not in real NHL, because like it would be extremely difficult, because in the NHL they don't have ties like the NFL, so it's kind of hard. And in the MLB, this only happened once, and that was due to the fact that they had 162 games. In 2020, they cut it short to 60. The Houston Astros, as usual, made it to ALCS, and they almost reverse sweeped the Tampa Bay Rays, but they did not. So, if that Houston Astros team made it to the World Series and faced the eventual champions, Los Angeles Dodgers, they would have been, and if they won, they would have been the first losing team since like the 1937 or 6 Chicago Blackhawks or 8 Chicago Blackhawks to win a championship as a losing team. That would have been bonkers, but that didn't happen. Thankfully, the Los Angeles Dodgers won against the Tampa Bay Rays. As a Boston Red Sox fan, I'm kind of disappointed, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the game. 35-6, we're just heaving it deep to George Pickens, or Pikins, whatever you want. I used to call him George Perkins, but, he was the NBA young boy. So what's my problem? That's absolutely nothing. Anyway, so as you see right here, 42-6, we're just heaving it deep, and I have Omaha activated. We're just having fun, He's the guy. I like him. His name is George Pickens, whatever you want to call him. He's from Georgia. He won a national championship against Alabama, which Georgia should not have been in. I'm very sorry if I had that like weird tone, but like, yeah. Desmond Ridder and Kenny Pickett, like, interchanging. 52-6. We're just like lobbing it to. Oh my god. That was possession catch. That was a possession catch towards the end of the game. 58-6. Now, alright. I have to point out that the 49ers made it. However, this is a rematch against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You thought you wouldn't see that, right? In other words, like, because we had George Pickens dominate, and the fact of the matter is, this Arizona Cardinals squad is really good. I mean, come on. Like, you have to believe me. There are a lot of teams that are good, that are crazy, that are insane. It's just like, the fact of the matter is, there are a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams that make sense, right? And I just don't like it that way. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So, here's the thing with this squad. The Arizona Cardinals, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last time they faced off, Tampa Bay could have called a timeout because of Madden AI and also, like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, in the game of Madden, in the game of NFL football, you have to understand that most of the time, it's trash, mostly. It's mainly trash. And I almost had basically, I had some tape on my journal. Taped. I won't go in why, but I was writing something about MGK, and I decided to try and erase with pencil, because I did have whiteout at home. I tried to erase it so hard to the point where it's like getting a pick and being an idiotic. So, yeah. Like, this is what I deal with these guys. Like, and Jacksonville made it. Like, what the heck? Jacksonville? Lamar Jackson on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are you kidding me? What? Last year or the year before, he was on the Philadelphia Eagles. And Jalen Hurts left. And by the way, Lamar Jackson had Jarvis Landry with him. And I was like, what? This is why Madden doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if they register ties anymore. But, like, if I were to do, like, a franchise back in, like, NHL 19, I had ties. And yes, it would register. Because that would make sense. Right? However, it just doesn't anymore. It just doesn't really. And the commentating is so bad that I actually, and I say this, I usually do post commentaries on this. Most of the time, I usually have the announcers. When I get ready to edit, I cut off that part of the audio because I find it really, really annoying. And like George Pickens into the end zone for a touchdown, showboating, no matter what the flying heck I do. Here we go. I don't want to do this, but it's like I did this in the we're in a divisional round. I think we're like the second seed or something, but like second or first seed, and Carolina won. Bruh, like, this is, you don't make this crap up. We're facing against Carolina. And they won 35-20. Cleveland won against the Browns 28-3. I won't even go over like the terrible memes of the Broncos right now, because it's like terrible, and I don't know what to do. As you see, we scored a touchdown with Kenneth Walker. So yeah, I don't know what to do with some of the franchises I've done. Although I will say I have garnered like a lot of like views over this, which makes me very interested in doing more franchise content. It's just like I have to like understand, what I'm getting into for the future, and I make stupid reads and stuff like that. Devin White, Shaquille Barrett, Whitehead, or Whitefield, I don't know. But like, the thing is about this team, this franchise, this everything, it's very good, right? However, you have to understand the possibilities of us losing. 37-0. Are you kidding me? I have never seen like, and that happened, and we had a guy injured, and they're going on fourth down. I just like did my thing. They basically like 37-7. Yep. Alright, so yeah, oh good lord, I hate editing. Alright, so basically I wanted to like basically talk about that Robbie Andrews, the Carolina Panthers for a moment. We're like, what the heck? You traded Robbie Anderson. You traded Christian McCaffrey. Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers, both NFC West rivals. Now, potentially, I don't know if this is true yet, the Carolina Panthers could be trading DJ Moore. They already traded Curtis Samuel, which he is buddy with Terry McLaurin. It's not going to work out well for most of the guys, and it absolutely sucks. It actually does, to be honest, because of the simple fact that this team sucks. It just does, really. And I don't understand why it does, because, oh my god, the Carolina Panthers suck. And yes, you saw the Cleveland Browns go up, win against the Kansas City Chiefs. Malik Willis versus Patrick Mahomes. Yes, that actually makes sense. What the flying heck? Good lord, I hate this. Oh, good lord. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, I mean, If you want me to be like, oh my god, Raul, blah, blah, blah. No, I ain't going blah, blah, blah just yet, okay? It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. 21-7. Do we suck that badly? I pump faked to George Pickens, and there was a pass interference call on top of it. You can't make this crap up, to be honest. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, oh my god, Raul, yeah, this is so much fun. Oh my god. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. 28-14. Third quarter, by the way. And we need to somehow, like, do a comeback. And I'm trying to hurry up, but it doesn't work in this mode because it, like, does it for you. And when it comes to key moments, yeah, every single key moment is dictated by me. Play action. Another pass interference goal. It's like almost programmed. Or it like happens naturally. Are you kidding me? Also, they don't call pass interference on offense. Like, are you kidding? Like, I'm not saying they should. It's just like, you know, they could. Let's put it that they could. Most of the time, this offense sucks. Like, Kenny Pickett is one of those guys where it's just like he has tiny hands and you think like, oh, he's such a bad quarterback. Oh, he's a good quarterback. Desmond Ridder, he has to start for the Atlanta Falcons. Sam Howell, he has to start for the Washington Commanders. Washington football team. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the other team, other name because it's been deemed like kind of like insensitive to Native Americans. Anyway, Bailey Zappi started. Interesting, to say the least. I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks. Sam Carroll didn't start. We got picked off by J.C. Horn. And then we picked it right back. Like, 1-for-1 deal. And I decided, and it was double coverage, but it was pass interference. Good lord. Good, like literally good lord. Like, Carson Wentz is out for the Washington Commanders in real life. Taylor Heineke is in. And Taylor Heineke and P.J. Walker, who are both XFL quarterbacks, mind you, won against their respective squads. Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, P.J. Walker won against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which has Tom Brady, and Taylor Heineke won a close battle against the Green Bay Packers, who has Aaron Rodgers. Both number 12s are just going down. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I have never been in my franchise mode, like, ever since, like, Madden 25, or at least 16, 17, 18. I've never had a franchise where I, as the team, went losing and managed to somehow win a division champion. Like made a won the division. You know, I could make that as a challenge, but like that would be really hard. I would have to start off at 2-7, or like 2-8 in this scenario. 2-7, yes. And then I would have to basically continue doing a winning streak. Then in a hype, wow, okay, we picked it off. Right? And basically, I would have to try that out. Although I would pretty much fail. And we failed on this pretty badly. I don't know why, but we did. And I couldn't audible. Like, they got rid of the ability to audible out of it. Like, are you kidding me? This is what makes me pissed off. Like, are you serious? I decided to pass because I wanted to, like, put the game away. To say, although Carolina, like, had very few timeouts, and I knew that in my arsenal, if I ever went down tied, I could just use George Pikins. Other times, I wouldn't, and there you go. This is the crazy bit, like, in a scenario where in the away team, like, they actually have this rule where if the game is tied, or you're down by I'm trying to think how the touchdown rule works, or field goal touchdown at least. If you're down by at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, and it can equalize to the next amount number. So say like 24-19, you can score a touchdown at the end of the game, and the game would be over because you didn't have to score an extra point. Now, if you're down by like 7, you would still have to score a touchdown and kick the extra point. But if you're down by 6, I don't know how the rule works. I'm just blabbering, but this is just what I think. Like, if it's 24-24, you score a touchdown, that's fine. But if it's like 24-19, yeah. Yeah. I then called a timeout. I don't know why. And is that DJ Moore? DJ Moore scored a touchdown. So basically, I was in a pickle because the NFC Conference Championship could go into overtime. I didn't want a repeat of the first one because Carolina Panthers could do it again. Like how the Green Bay Packers did, even though I did blown coverage. 5, 4, 3. Technically, I could have ended it right there. But I anglized the first route. I threw it up. And I got an untimed down by JC. Or, I basically kicked the field goal and we won. Untimed down to win the game. And we are going up against the Cleveland Browns. We are going up against the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I said that so many times. I just wish the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland. You know what? I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but hey, it is what it is, okay? So, we're going up against the Cleveland Browns. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs, as you saw. So it's like, they did a good job, honestly, and I will say for myself that if the Cleveland Browns, I'm not going to say the Cleveland Browns will win, but if the Cleveland Browns can, like, win out the season and everything, I am going to be so happy. Hip hip hooray. Excuse me. So, as you see, I think we're playing in our home stadium. Well, I could be wrong. I'm just seeing this. So, actually, it's the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and we're going up against Malik Willis. So, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Basically, the players are getting themselves hyped up as usual. And I'm so happy about that. That's the greatest thing about any video game. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a kicker or punter career mode. That sounds silly. Like back in the old Maddens, you could play any position, like left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, D tackle, D end. Yeah, we're getting picked off. Any position. So, like, yeah, it is what it is. You know, I don't talk that much, however, it is what it is. And 7-7. Arizona, a poverty franchise, versus the Cleveland Browns, a poverty franchise of the 21st century. And you might be thinking to yourselves, Raul, yes, why would you say poverty franchise? Well, poverty is the nice way of saying this is a franchise where I hate. I actually hate, yeah, I basically hate that so much. And And it's 14-7 for the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry if I'm not paying attention. That's just me, basically. And that's just how I act. Like, yeah, I just don't understand. Like, I understand. Oh, you're doing this wrong. This is so wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, I'm doing this right. Hey, this is right. Deal with it, okay? Anyway. 14-14. They give it to their X Factor, Nick Chubb, and I'm gonna say, like, in the Chicago Bears franchise, I tried to make Derek Carr the X Factor. That didn't work out. I tried making the Cleveland Browns X Factors, but that also didn't work out. Baker Mayfield actually ended up going to the Atlanta Falcons. We both were almost going to go undefeated, but we ended up going undefeated. And I was thinking, at the time, if you saw the episode, I was thinking to myself, could there be two undefeated teams in the same conference that end up making facing each other in the championship? Like, you could potentially have 4 undefeated teams. Well, I'm saying you could, because, like, if the two teams don't face each other, if two teams from the same conference don't face each other and end up going undefeated, they could make their respective conference championships and win the Super Bowl. That's the thing. That could happen. On the flip side, on the other side of the coin, you could have a losing divisional champion, a losing team, win the championship, and yeah, and there is a safety. Wah! Like, I hate safeties. They're worth 2 points, and, like, the commentators say they should be worth more. They should be worth 4 points. Like, what? How can they be worth 4? Field goals are worth. Extra point is worth 1, or 1 point safety. The safety is worth 2 points, or 2-point conversion. The field goal is worth 3. A touchdown is worth 6. There's no 4-3. There's no 4-5 implications. And also, yeah, it's 22-14. That's weird. It's gonna be 23-14, and, like, that's the other thing. Games can be. It's weird, isn't it? It's now 23-21. There was a turnover, right? Yeah. This is one of those games where it's like, I feel like this is a good game. Like, I've said that every single time. Like, I don't play long content. Chicago Bears, I did that. Like, I did that in kind of in the middle phase. And it worked out. It kind of sucked, to be honest, because I had to chop it up to make it where if there was a turnover, I had to include that in a highlight reel. If I had a touchdown, highlight. If they had another touchdown, highlight. It was like so many implications to the point where I had to get good quality, gameplay. That's what it is. And we score a mother effing field goal. Okay. I rarely curse on this channel. I'm 18. I'm an unknown YouTuber. Let's just put it that way. I might be working on some things, and the thing is, I'm gonna say this. I do have Facecam. However, out of the amount of videos I have produced on YouTube, I don't think I'm ever gonna show my face. Why? Because of the simple fact that what I could address and everything, I could be honest, and yeah. That's my point. So it is what it is. So like, it is what it is. Like 38-23, we picked off, and it's already decided. Penalty, like, they have 3 turnovers, we have 1 turnover. And George Pikins, Jamison Williams, Drake London, all the boys, like, they have fun. And that's the thing. We have our fun. 4th down and 7. They're trying to come back. I don't know why. And it was overthrown by Malik Willis. So I am chewing the clock. And I don't know why Desmond. Why am I trying to say Desmond Ward or TJ Ward or Desmond King? Good lord. So I did it again. It was overthrown. It was inaccurate, and it was a bullet. Next play, Kenny Pickett is in. Incomplete. Now a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. 48-23. Yeah. Yeah, so we won the Super Bowl for the 2nd time. So, we won the Super Bowl for the 2nd time in a row. We're a dynasty. I mean, the first Super Bowl we went to, we should have went to. That's my thinking. But like, it is what it is, and George Pickens wins Super Bowl MVP as wide receiver. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. You guys are going to be hearing this on a Saturday this week, so be tuned in to watch. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book as well. Oh, good lord. That was too late. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. And peace.